This is a very powerful motivational story of a girl who was an excellent student, but later became lazy and wanted to drop out of school. The girl in this story had a dream of becoming a pilot. This story will teach you why you should never, ever quit studying. So listen up. Once upon a time in a village, there lived a poor farmer with his wife and a beautiful daughter named Sarah. Sarah was as pretty as the morning sun and as lively as a songbird. She was also a brilliant student in her school. She would always come first in class, and after completing high school, she joined an aviation academy to become a pilot. Her parents were so proud of her for choosing such a noble profession. They would often tell her, "You are our pride and joy. We may be poor, but you'll never have to suffer like us. You're going to become a great pilot one day." And Sarah truly believed them. However, as the months passed, things started to change. Sarah began to hate her studies. She felt that the long hours spent poring over books and practicing flight simulations were taking away from her freedom and fun. The once eager and dedicated student now found herself daydreaming during lectures and skipping practice sessions. Her grades, which used to be stellar, began to slip. When her parents noticed these changes, they were deeply troubled. They tried talking to Sarah, expressing their concern and asking her to work harder, but nothing seemed to help. One day, Sarah came home from school looking upset. Her parents rushed to her side, worried that something terrible had happened. "What's wrong, my darling?" her mother asked, her voice filled with concern. Tears welled up in Sarah's eyes as she spoke. "Mom, Dad, I want to quit. Being a pilot doesn't seem like the right path for me. I'm tired of studying, and I just want to enjoy my life a little bit more."
Her parents were stunned.
They couldn't believe what they were hearing. "But Sarah," her father said, trying to reason with her, "you've worked so hard to get where you are. Don't throw it all away because of a few setbacks." But Sarah was adamant. She felt that her dreams of being a pilot were nothing but a mirage, and she was ready to give up. Seeing their daughter's stubbornness, Sarah's parents knew they had to do something drastic to make her understand the value of hard work and dedication. So they went to see the village elder, a wise woman known for her ability to guide troubled souls. After listening to their tale, the elder woman had an idea. "I think I can help your daughter, but she'll have to do something for me." The parents were desperate, so they agreed to anything. The elder took them to an old, abandoned hut at the edge of the village. "I want you to leave her here for 3 days, without any food or water. If she comes back, then we'll know she understands what she wants to do with her life." Her parents protested, but the elder woman insisted, saying, "She won't come to any harm. Trust me." Reluctantly, they left Sarah at the hut and returned after 3 days. When they arrived, they found Sarah sitting in front of the hut, looking healthier and happier than ever before. Her eyes sparkled with determination, and her steps were light and confident.
The parents rushed to her, tears of relief streaming down their faces.
"Oh, Sarah, we were so worried about you," her mother cried, hugging her tightly. "We didn't realize you were going through such a tough time. We're sorry we pushed you so hard." Sarah looked up at her parents, a newfound understanding dawning on her face. She realized that they hadn't been pushing her away out of cruelty, but out of love and pride. She understood that being a pilot wasn't just about flying planes. It was about discipline, dedication, and hard work. And most importantly, it was about honoring her parents' sacrifices and dreams for her. From that day on, Sarah studied harder than ever before. She threw herself into her books, practiced tirelessly in flight simulations, and emerged as a top student once again. She eventually graduated from the aviation academy and became the first pilot in her family. On graduation day, Sarah stood proudly in her crisp new uniform, a radiant smile on her face. Her parents watched from the crowd, their hearts swelling with pride. As Sarah took to the skies in her first solo flight, her parents knew that all their sacrifices had been worth it. Their daughter had not only achieved her dreams, but had also learned the true meaning of hard work, dedication, and the importance of following one's dreams. Now, you must be thinking that this is a very simple story, right? But that's where you'd be wrong. There's a hidden secret in this story that most people miss. And if you can figure it out, I'll be very impressed. So pause the video here if you want to make a guess. The secret of this story is that it was you and Sarah as parents who actually made her quit her studies. It was the wise elder who did. But why? Well, think about it.
If Sarah's parents had kept on pressuring her to study, she might have still dropped out.
But then, she wouldn't have learned such an important lesson. The elder woman knew that Sarah needed a wake-up call, and she provided it by making Sarah stay in that hut for 3 days. It's like when a teacher gives a failing grade to a lazy student. At that moment, the student may feel demotivated and upset. But in reality, the teacher is trying to motivate the student to work harder. Sometimes, we need a little push in the right direction to realize our true potential. So remember, even if you face setbacks or feel like giving up, don't quit. Keep pushing forward and you'll eventually succeed. Also, let this story be a reminder that sometimes those who appear to be helping us may have their own ulterior motives. Always trust your instincts and make decisions that align with your own goals and aspirations. And that's the end of this story. Now, I want to ask you a question. What would you have done if you were in Sarah's situation? Let me know your thoughts. And if you've liked this story, please give this video a thumbs up. Your support motivates me to keep bringing you more amazing stories. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.